What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the right side of the map in the blue color. Playing as Odin. His name is the Rapl. His opponent today in the red color. Playing as Oranos, changing it up for the third time in a row. His name is Ulysses. The map is Oasis, and Rapl is currently making it very, very difficult for Rapl to take any wins off him. Sorry, Rapl is making it very difficult for Ulysses to take any wins off him. Now, that's forcing out the Oranos. Now, Ulysses Oranos is probably his best god. I would say is his best god. Ulysses plays a mean Zeus, plays a mean Oranos. I think his Oranos is maybe a bit better. I was told I should change my scene here. So let's try this. This is pretty good, right? Or do you want... I don't know if I like yellow. Yellow doesn't really work, does it? Let's go back over here. Bit of red for our Oasis game here. So, Oranos versus Odin. If you ask the Oranos players, they will say this matchup is 100-0 favored for the Odin players. If you ask the Odin players, they will say this matchup is 100-0 favored for the Oranos players. Let's see what happens in the practical sense. We are on the map Oasis here. Oasis is kind of a crummy map for both players, but kind of a good map for both players in the same way. Let's check it out. Thus far, we see the Great Hunt onto the Zebra. This is going to allow Rapl to get to the next age very, very fast. Rappel's going for 2 Ulfsark straight away. He's going to be looking for all of the goat, but there really aren't that many goat on this map. There are some goat over here. There's some goat over here. There's not really that much goat on the map, and this is going to be a nightmare situation right now for Rapl. Only having 5 goat here is very, very bad. So we'll see how he's going to go. There are 3 giraffes here, so only 900 food out of a possible 1,500. So very, very low food game here for Rapl and Ulysses, which is going to definitely favor the Oranos player slightly. And we are seeing our Oranos player Ulysses going for a fast classical age, a 4-minute classical age, 6 villages for you playing at home. And essentially all you need to do this build order is you put 2 villages food, you bash this tree down to get 5 wood. I think it's 5 wood, and then you build your temple, you build your house, and you go to the classical age through Prometheus at 355. That's it. That's it. Okay, relics on the map. We've got ourselves the Scarab Pendant, and we also have ourselves the Anvil of Hephaestus. Extra or cheaper armory upgrades, and the siege building damage boost. It's a whole lot of extra damage for sure. So, the question here for Ulysses is, what does he really get out of this fast classical age, and what is he going to go for? You cannot realistically go double terma here. And it's looking like that's kind of what Ulysses is trying to do. He's got 3 villagers on wood, 1 villager on food. So it's looking like it's going to be double terma. So it's an interesting idea, and we'll see if it's going to work out for him or not. There's the medium archers, there's the Prometheus, there's the counter barracks, double counter barracks for Ulysses as he deletes that Promethean. As a Promethean offspring going to be wandering around the Oasis now, looking for something to do. Ulysses can get out Cairo Ballista and play kind of relatively defensive here and try and get a relatively fast heroic age to get Stymphalian birds, Arcus, Mermillo out. But we do see the Valor onto these oracles over here as he's going after the temple, trying to get some early pressure onto him. But Rapl is already on his way to the classical age, completely fine here. He's got double Hersa, Bjorn, Horn, Leica, as Bjorn likes his horns. And we've also got Bercy Smokes Basher. Maybe he's got some obsession with like whacking the smoke. Anyways, we see the Ulfsark getting sniped down as he's trying to snipe down these brutal oracles, and now the villagers are going to be making their way very obviously over to the giraffe. Rapl is going to want to start making his Ulfsark out as soon as he possibly can. He can get out a very, very early Lone Wanderer here if he so chooses. Instead opting to get himself more Ulfsark here, as we've got Prometheans coming in onto this location. Prometheans returning home. We see that forest fire over here. The villagers are getting pulled back into their base as Rapl trying to take down one of those. It's going to be actually going after the goat here. It's actually not a bad play with the Valkyrie to just tank some damage and pick off those herdables so that they don't get that max amount of food in them. But right now, it's looking very tough for Ulysses to make any real ground in this game. We are seeing the Term are going to be moving over here to try and harass the food. We do have some Promethean offsprings coming in as well. Should not be too much of a hassle here for Rapl as the units are moving in. We see one Ulfsark is going to get sniped down though by these Terma. He still does not have himself Lone Wanderer, though it has just come in. Going to be keeping that Ulfsark alive now. 6 HP with Odin. It's very, very smart to do that. And we are going to be seeing, yet again, more pressure onto the temple as a lot is happening over here. We see the Valkyrie moving in. This Oracle is bringing that relic back home, getting the Scarab Pendant to chuck into the temple. And Rapl still hanging on over here. We see these villagers moving over onto this location now, getting the second giraffe, but one villager is getting taken out by the Promethean offspring. Nice play by Ulysses, and now the Promethean offspring can actually go after the Ulfsark as well, as the villagers are going to start shanking this Terma over here, but I don't think it's going to matter all too much. Oh, no, Rapl smartly pulls back his Ulfsark here, but not far enough away, as the Promethean does end up taking that one down. We see this Terma is going to get taken out, can bring those villagers back. This Promethean offspring will have to retreat away, and while all the army has moved over there, Rapl returns. He says this temple is going down whether you wanted to or not. Nice play here from Ulysses to take that one out. He's going to be able to start targeting those houses as well after this, but those Terma are getting maybe a little bit too big in numbers. Really doesn't need any more of those. And right now we're seeing Caraballas Terma coming through. There's a big shockwave by Ulysses as these Ulfsark getting pulled back. The Terma actually, they're very good, but the Ulfsark, much better. We're trying to see a ghost building getting thrown down. Doesn't quite get onto that one there. The Caraballas is over here now. Going to be very, very big nuisance for Rapl to deal with. This Promethean is getting chased away. These Hearse are a little bit out of position as the Caraballas do a lot of damage to them. We are seeing Rapl have to pull back yet again. The population for Ulysses is 72 and Rapl is only 60. So if Ulysses can get this pressure on to take this location out, kill enough houses here and slow Rapl down enough, he may be able to get the fabled Oranos gold staff here, and he is going to be utilizing the Caraballas to do it. These Ulfsark just going to be running around, causing a little bit of mischief here. Maybe going to go after some straggler units that are moving in. We see the Promethean pushing past. Rapl still just kind of trying to check what he can do. So now we're seeing Watchtowers has come up. These villagers over here do finish up on the giraffe. We'll be moving through the gate to try and stay alive here, but this is completely open over here. So where is Rapl going, as those Terma are going to come over here and start getting some big damage done? We see the Caraballas getting sniped down. This is very, very nice play by Rapl to do this. If you can pick off straggler Caraballas, that really limits the numbers, does a ton of damage to the opponent because there's 215 resources for a unit there. As the villagers, they do end up escaping, but the Oxcart is getting sacked right now. He did lose one and possibly going to be losing another one as the Terma are going to be getting in here. These move at 5.5 speed versus the villagers 3.8 speed, and we will be seeing maybe this gatherer getting sniped down here. There's potential for another one to go down. There he does get that one there, and this villager trying to juke but doesn't get out. Meanwhile, we see a couple of Terma getting sniped here for Rapl as he is desperately trying to stay alive in this game. No medium infantry for Rapl just yet. Does he have it coming? No, he does not. He's cutting units, and he's going to attempt to get to the next age. He's only got 500 gold left in this location. These Ulfsark going to be pushing through. We see more snipes over here from Rapl, just being extremely annoying. The Prometheans in the back here are actually a very nice try from Ulysses to try and limit the damage that's possible on this location, because that means the speedy units are not very good against those, whereas the Hearser are. So he's going to be attacking with everything else. Completely finding a nice jukes yet again by Rapl. Lots of low HP Ulfsark here. as the gold mine is just about to expire. We see those Terma pushing through here. As the Ulfsark still searching for something to snipe, he does spot another Kyro Ballista, and he's going to be running straight after that one in order to try and take that down. There's the armory up for Rapl. The dwarves have been pulled off this gold mine. There is still 260 gold left. Rapl still with not much gold left in the bank. He is making Ulfsark from one longhouse here, as those medium Terma are pushing in. We'll be able to snipe these guys. There's the medium infantry, but is it too little, too late? The Prometheans chasing the Ulfsark away. 5.28 speed versus the 5.5 speed of the Promethean Offspring. It just is not that much. The Ravens flying overhead, and now we're starting to get some medium Murmillo coming through, as well as the Valor coming in, and now the army of Ulysses pulling back, going to be chasing somewhere else, as these Kyro Ballista are going to be pushing in. Looks like the tower is going to get some value, though. Doing some good stuff here. And now we see the Ulfsark pushing back in, doing everything that they can. But with one Kyro Ballista here to be surrounded by Terma, it's actually a very, very nice play by Ulysses. And funnily enough, this is working very nicely against Rapl, as now the Kyro Ballista are going to start pushing in over here. There's so many of them, as these Ulfsark will get absolutely decimated. But the surround coming in by Rapl, trying to take down every one of these Kyro Ballista as fast as he possibly can. The Terma did not surround his Kyro Ballista here at all, and we do see Rapl managing to somehow, some way, snipe every one of those Kyro Ballista off. However, Rapl's now 55 supply. Ulysses is 92 supply, falling very fast, but there are now Murmillo in this fight. So these Ulfsark are going to be a lot less potent, as the Murmillo do a lot of damage. We do see a shockwave there onto this. Going to be able to clean up all of those Ulfsark, and Rapl in that moment does decide to tap out. He's got little to no food left. No hope of really starting a strong farming economy. This gold mine is out in the open. Very hard to defend, and there is a huge army coming his way to take these dwarves down. I don't know about you guys, but it seems as if Oranos may be pretty good against Odin. Maybe. Who knows? If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.